Good morning, John. Your trip and your family's trip is just around the corner. I'm so excited for you, and I'm sending you all the pre-departure details, but I thought let's go through the itinerary one more time so you know exactly what to expect. I'm going to share my screen just a few minutes and we'll go through it. So this is your pre-departure packet here. Everything you need is on here. But please know, since you already have your visa, you're ready to go. So your contact details are here. Sanjay and Ali will be on call 24/7 while you're traveling. And of course, you have my information as well. So anytime something pops up or you have questions, please send me a WhatsApp, and that way I can assist you. But of course, the team will be there as well. You will be with a private ranger that will be accompanying you the whole time. But while you're in your camp and he's at his camp for the night, you might have a question or something like that. That's when you WhatsApp me or Sanjay or Ali. So just so you know that you have three people taking care of you here. And of course, your requirements, you know that visas, you already have them, your passports, you have them. You need to sign a waiver, which I'm going to send you a link to it. And then yellow fever is not required, but I'm required to share with you all of Africa's immunization requirements. So you have a link there. But you are all set for the trip with your passport and your visa. So going through the itinerary quickly, just a refresher, nothing has changed. I just wanted to go through all the details, like, what to expect, things like that. So July 31st, you're going to take that overnight flight. You're going to arrive on August 1st to Kilimanjaro. It arrives 7:55. So I'm imagining between customs and, getting through the airport, it's another hour. It'll be quite late. My team will be picking you up there. It is going to be your a private transfer that will be taking you right to the lodge. It's about a 45-minute drive to the lodge in Arusha, the Lake Duluti Lodge. This is a coffee plantation, very relaxing place. It's a place for you to rest, unwind after your travels. If there's a flight delay or anything like that, and you arrive really late, then we know that we don't have to wake up early in the morning and go off and leave to another national park. So it's really nice. We're going to be there for 2 nights. So the first day we'll take you to the lodge, check you in, let you rest. Everybody has their own room. So you have in every place, in every camp, I made sure you have your own room or tent. And then the family has two connecting rooms or two rooms, one with king bed, one with two beds. So there's a place for everyone, there's enough space, and everybody will have their own place to unwind. If for any reason your flight is canceled or delayed, or there's a change, or there's an emergency, or anything like that, send me a WhatsApp. I'm always around, so you can always contact me. But of course, if you need to contact the local team, I put it on here again, maybe in case you can't find our big sign with your name on it. It will be a State Adventure sign with John Butt right underneath. So it's very easy. This is not a massive airport, so that it's quite easy to find our team when you arrive. But I know after a long flight, sometimes it's confusing at the airport. So we're here for you. So the next day, August 2nd, you're going to sleep in, you're going to have a nice breakfast, and then our ranger guide will come and this is the same guide that will be with you for the duration of the trip. So we're going to start with Arusha, just kind of a simple afternoon tour so that you get acquainted with the car, with the guide. You're not going off for many hours so that you're not too exhausted. This whole idea was to make sure everybody's rested. So you're going to spend a day in Arusha National Park. You're going to have lunch at the lodge, dinner at the lodge, and then come back. And now we're ready. Now we're rested. We're acclimated. We're ready to go on our true safari. And we're going to start with the Tarangine Park. So that's about 3 to 4 hours from Arusha. We're staying at the Tarangine Sopa Lodge. Everybody has their own room. The guide stays with you. So remember, we base the trip around you. So sometimes you're going to ask for, let's go out with the ranger for a full day tour and take a packed lunch with us, or let's do two game drives, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and come back and rest and enjoy the lodge in between. You plan that all out with your ranger. He will have ideas. He will know, you know what, tomorrow we should really wake up at 6 in the morning and go early or things like that, because he knows, this is his home. So Tarangine, we're going to be there for 2 nights so that you get a good idea of the park. Then we'll go to Lake Manyara. Remember, Lake Manyara is where there's flamingos and beautiful lakes. And this is just such a great time to visit because it's dry season. The roads are great to go around. The pop-up van can always be open. So it's really fun. Lake Manyara, you're at the lodge there. Again, three tents or three spaces. So one single tent for you and a two-bedroom tent for the family. All your meals are included. And I've included here which, the lodges say excludes laundry or excludes drinks. It doesn't mean that they don't provide laundry. They do, but they might have like a per item or a cost or things like that. So if by day 6 you're ready to start doing laundry, you for sure can send it out. But I would wait to either Gorogoro Crater or Serengeti because you're there for a little bit longer. Lake Manyara, you're only there for one day. And so from Lake Manyara, and I always put the times there so you have the drive time. So go through this. Let me know if you have any questions. We still have weeks before your departure. From Lake Manyara, we go to Gorogoro Crater, which, is my favorite. To break up the drive, we go to the Tawambu village. We're going to do a tuk-tuk drive around the village. We're going to go to Gibbs Farm. We're going to have lunch there. We're going to go on a hike. We're going to see the elephant caves and the waterfalls. So whole idea here is to break up all the driving, break up sitting in a car, get out there, see Tanzania, meet some Tanzanian people, and really get to know the place. And then Gorogoro Crater, we have a private camp set up for you on the rim. This is really a highlight for me, especially. I love Gorogoro Crater. It's such a great combination of culture and people and wildlife, and the scenery is so different. And you will experience that on August 7th on your full day Gorogoro Crater experience. And then on the 8th, we leave Gorogoro and we go to Serengeti. So Serengeti is the most popular park. It's massive, so huge that we will actually split it for you into two. We go to Serengeti and we go to Northern Serengeti. This is the reason we're going there is because we're going to be chasing the migration. We want to see amazing wildlife experiences. We want to do photography. This is where that will happen. So from Gorogoro Crater to Serengeti, there's different ways to get there, but I want you to stay with your ranger. I wanted you to stay with your ranger, and I didn't want to put you on a flight because the drive is so beautiful, and you get to go to the gorge. You get to see Cradle of Humanity there. It's a great place to break up the drive and go to the museum. And you get to go to Maasai villages along the way. And this to me is such a great part of the trip and not to be missed. This is not like a little village that's right by the lodge that's kind of works with the lodge. No, we go to villages where people live. We get to see life in the bush. They're going to teach us a little bit about what they do, how they build their houses. I just love visiting the communities. So that also breaks up the drive. And we arrive to Serengeti. So Serengeti, you're at intimate places, Serenera first. Again, three tents as discussed. Then you have a full day Serengeti. This is when we're chasing migration. We're looking for that. Then we have another full day Serengeti, but it includes switching camps to go to Laba migration camp. So the whole reason of going there is that we want you to see as much wildlife as possible. Serengeti is cat country. So not only will you see so many lions, but we want to see lots and lots of wildebeest migrating. And you will be able to do that at Laba Migration Camp, which is just the cherry on top of the trip. And of course, on August 11th, we're going to do one more different experience, and that's the hot air balloon. And you'll be able to do that in the morning. I didn't put a time for pickup. It's usually like 4 a.m. just to warn you, but the rangers will always plan that with you ahead of time. So the way it works is that every day after your full day, the ranger will take you back to your camp, and he will be staying nearby or even at the same camp. Sometimes we arrange it for him. And he will discuss with you, okay, what are we doing tomorrow? This is the time I suggest we wake up. This is what's on the schedule, So he will always remind you of what's going to happen the next day, which is so lovely because you don't have to think about anything. You don't have to have your printouts. The guide will take care of everything. So after our last day on safari, then we have August 12th. That's when we take you to the airport for your one flight that you have on this itinerary back to Arusha. So this is that smaller plane You have to have soft. This is why for the whole trip, you're packing for in a soft bag. You're packing 44 pounds, no more, because of this flight. And this flight is going to take you from Serengeti to Arusha. But even getting to the flight is yet another game drive because there are no, fences here going to the airport. You're literally driving through the bush to get to the airstrip. And once you arrive in Arusha, you have a flight home from Kilimanjaro at 9 p.m. So remember, Arusha and Kilimanjaro, they're about 45 to an hour away from each other, which still gives us a lot of time because you land at 1 and you fly home at 9. So we have booked a hotel in Arusha, the Sheraton. Here you'll be able to freshen up, have rooms, have lunch, and then probably around 4 p.m., our driver will say, okay, we're going to take you to the airport. That allows 1 hour to drive to Kilimanjaro and then 3 hours for your check-in. But we will again reconfirm that with you that day so you know exactly what's happening. So there are no surprises because we love surprises, but probably not on a trip. So that is your trip. You're going to go home on the 12th. And below the itinerary, you have some additional information for you, like time zones, the currency. We already discussed this via email. I usually just bring small denomination bills of US dollars. They're accepted pretty much everywhere. You have so much included that it's very rare you're going to need money unless you're going shopping. If you're buying drinks or running a bar tab at the lodges, you can use your credit cards at checkout. So it's very easy. But if you do want shillings, then the ranger can arrange that in Arusha. So for you to exchange some shillings at the airport, or go to a local ATM, you use your ATM card and shillings come out, just if in case you want to have some local bills, even as a souvenir, because that's what I know my kids do. Electricity, you want to know that the voltage is different than the United States. It's 230 volt as opposed to what we have here in 120. So you will need converters. It also means that if you're bringing something like a hair dryer, which I don't recommend because you don't have space in the luggage, then you would need a special hair dryer that works in 230 volt, or you need a adapter converter to change the voltage. But the lodges are very well equipped, and if there's something not in the room that you need, you just let the front desk know and they'll figure it out for you, like something like a hair dryer. But just keep that in mind. Charging your phones, everything like that is okay with just a little, plug converter, but everything else, like a big thing, like a laptop, something like that, you want to have protected. And so this is what the plugs look like. This is what the converters would look like. So if you have not had a chance to purchase one or have one from a different trip, maybe in Europe, because this is what we use in Europe, go ahead on Amazon even and get one. They're like $7, and it really comes in handy so that you don't have to ask at every lodge. Weather, as you know, this is summer there, or this is winter, which is dry season, which is cool and not rainy, which is the perfect time. And of course, it is the season of the Great Migration. Gratuities, I already included $1,000, which we're going to split amongst all the team members that are taking care of you. But if you want to do additional tipping, that is at your discretion. We've put some photos of luggage that's allowed. Again, just the hard shell is not allowed. And that's mainly because the little door to the storage facility on the plane might be too small, and a soft luggage can be pushed through, but a hard one cannot. So that is really the only reason why you're not allowed hard shell. And clothing, again, we discussed all this, but I've put it on here for you so you have everything of, light colored clothing, things that you can recycle. You don't bring a lot. You will realize how little you need on safari, but one thing you need is sun protection for sure. So go through this. I'm going to send it all to you. Stop sharing now and let me know if you have any questions. We still have plenty of time to chat and discuss and make sure everybody's ready, but the team is waiting for you, and I wanted to wish you happy travels. Cannot wait to hear all about your adventures. Thank you.